Former President Donald Trump, in a recent interview, didn't hold back on his thoughts about Volodymyr Zelensky. He recalled Zelensky's Oval Office visit, hinting at a missed opportunity. Trump questioned Zelensky's demeanor, suggesting a deal could have been struck, a deal that might have prevented the war in Ukraine. Trump also zeroed in on the massive financial aid the US has sent to Ukraine. He compared the staggering sum of $350 billion from American taxpayers to the $400 billion from all of Europe combined. While acknowledging the effectiveness of US weapons in Ukraine's defense, Trump insisted he would have managed the situation differently. He argued his leadership could have stopped the conflict before it even began, but what would that leadership have looked like? Trump pointed to his past actions as proof of his effectiveness on the world stage. His decisions, he claimed, stood in stark contrast to the current administration's policies. Trump proudly touted his foreign policy achievements. He reminded viewers about his decision to arm Ukraine with Javelin missiles. He underscored his staunch opposition to the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, a project he believed strengthened Putin's grip on Europe. And he highlighted the crippling sanctions he imposed on Russia, measures he claimed Biden has failed to maintain. Trump also brought up the Abraham Accords, a series of historic peace agreements between Israel and several Arab states. This, he argued, was a testament to his deal-making prowess and a stark contrast to Biden's foreign policy. He pointed to the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan as a prime example of Biden's weakness. Trump didn't stop there. He pivoted to another issue plaguing the nation: the border crisis. He blamed Biden's policies for the influx of migrants, arguing his administration had the situation under control. The conversation then shifted to the recent Hamas attacks and Iran's nuclear ambitions. Trump didn't mince words. He directly linked the terrorist attacks to Biden's perceived weakness on the global stage. He criticized the administration's response, calling it feckless and inadequate. Turning to Iran, Trump expressed deep concern over their nuclear program. While he didn't rule out military action as a last resort, he emphasized his preference for negotiation. He believed his approach, a combination of pressure and diplomacy, was the only way to rein in Iran's nuclear ambitions. But Trump's criticisms weren't limited to foreign policy. He turned his attention inward, focusing on what he perceived as the failures of the Biden administration on the domestic front. Trump brought up the Hunter Biden laptop controversy, alleging media suppression and corruption within the Biden family. He then launched into a scathing critique of the Biden administration's handling of the economy. He pointed to soaring inflation, rising interest rates, and an energy policy he called disastrous. He slammed the climate lunatics and their focus on global warming, arguing his policies were far better for American families and businesses. He promised that under his leadership, America would be prosperous and energy independent once again. Trump's message was clear. America, both at home and abroad, is in crisis, and the only way out, he argued, is return to his brand of strong leadership. He left viewers with a stark warning: the world is a dangerous place, and only he has the experience and fortitude to navigate the challenges ahead.